Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. There was a patch a couple days ago, I'm just now getting to it. Addressed issue making ships too hard to sink. Not sure exactly what that means. Fine-tuning of the damage model, addressing especially the low power of secondary guns. So that's a bit welcome, since at a certain point they just become useless. Improvement of short-range accuracy for secondary guns. That's welcome as well. Improvement of dynamic aiming mechanics. I'm not sure what that means, but sure it's good. Reduce damage resistance of torpedo protection belt so that there is more critical damage against larger torpedoes. Which that one is welcome. Now, we're not doing anything special for this patch, but looking at the commentary from the Sink the Cruiser Killer mission, there was a few comments. James Ricker had said, go ahead and use the super heavy shells, you don't need the extra reload, and risk the cordite. I think he's very much correct. And much like there can only be one, Doak suggested using HE. So we'll go ahead and just do both. Look, we have the super heavy shells. Cordite's actually less risky compared to Lyddite 1 by quite a fair amount. But it allows me to try something different, actually. One of the things I wanted to do was to look at the effectiveness of HE not using... Oop, too small. That's right, this is the one where we skip right past. Looking at the effectiveness of HE in comparison to AP using the same gun, same ship, same scenario. We really haven't done that. Ah, it's the torpedoes. More than the torpedoes? What's this? Oh, the extra 3-inch. There we go. We can afford to shave off 100 tons or so. Can we do 600? No. So very close. And that should be enough to draw up another 100. There we go. Same ship, just a little shorter and a hair slower. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. The aft offset's a bit bad, but ship did quite fine. they are that way. For this first one, I'm going to stay with the AP. I'm going to assume they're traveling westbound. Which instead they're closing directly. We're just waiting to get within range. So we have them targeted. Opening fire at 21.5 kilometers. Looks like they have 13s or 14s for the main armament. Our accuracy is absolutely atrocious. Drop down to 30 knots. Oh, we did manage a hit. Well, at least we got a second hit. Been rather uneventful so far. Taking our first two hits, they are using 13-inch. Should have them identified by now. Much better accuracy compared to ours. Using 2 powder, extra range, as well as the range that comes from using the 13s. There we go, some flooding. Same spot. I think we've closed in a bit too far. Oh, we took a torpedo from the destroyers that I wasn't paying attention to. Well, that ends this run. Here we are, looks to be dawn. Environmentals, fairly even. Switch the torpedoes to save. Go for AP first. Very poor accuracy to start. Right at the limit of our range though. Gonna continue closing with the poor accuracy at this range. Once we get a little bit closer, alright, let's get broadside. Slow it down to about 30 knots. No hits yet. We're up to 7% accuracy though. And now we have a partial pen. Looks like they're closing into us. Ooh, engine damage. It's alright, we have the reserve. Have the Alabama identified as 12-inch guns. Ooh, that definitely can penetrate us at this range. And we have yet to really damage them. This is going much more poorly. Is their armor like 2 to 14 inches. There we go, couple penetrations. Oh, and we've lost the fire control. This is getting worse and worse. Oh, there's a bunch of bounces. There's some rudder damage. Keep turning out a bit. More engine damage. What are they using? High TNT. Our two destroyer groups plinking away at each other. Get our destroyers to come over here. We need all the help we can get at this point. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Lost most of our speed. And it looks to be going very poorly. I mean, we've only had 13 hits that are damaging. 14. Yeah, this is all but over. Alright then. Go back to rebuild. Now, one commenter had used 2 tanky HE cruisers. And I know Dinner Blaster X had mentioned that I was using too much armor, although that appears to not be the case. Too much cost. Which I took to mean, you know, you could really use more smaller ships. And I haven't done the heavy cruiser option. I kind of want to do that. This is all the way forward to start on the modern tower. Rear tower. Okay, it's not a huge difference. What do we have on this one? Protected slot for the funnel. And then just a bare bones. $100 tons for not that big a difference, but does give us the extra funnel. Problem is can we fit a main gun on that limited space? That answer is no. I think I'm going to go with a smaller rear tower. Can't fit the mega funnel. We could probably do it. No, the big's too small too, or too big too. It'll be an advanced funnel too. Any second one will be exposed. Can do triple 11-inch. Four sets. Can this be moved back any further? It can. Let's do that. We'll move the gun back. Move the rear tower back. That should help our forward offset. Go that far. Shove this turret back a little further. Perfectly balanced as things stand right now. Five inches too big. So are the 4s, unfortunately. Unless smaller ones will fit. Or mahaha. As long as we rotate them, they'll fit. Actually, should we done? I almost guarantee you these won't fit. Do a single. Yeah, look at how big the rangefinder is on those. So 5-inch it'll be. No casemates. Throw on a couple torpedo tubes. Fore and aft. Weight wise, we're pretty heavy. Cost wise, we're super cheap. For basic turbines, oil, forced. What do we have for engine efficiency? 100. Can we go to balanced? Can we go to induced? Even better. Natural? We almost do natural. Huh. I have been liking the additional components. They'll save us a ton of weight for not too much cost to go to Corrupt 4. Anti-torpedo took a hit. Doesn't show in the stats, so they must have done it a different way. The reinforced bulkheads, the anti-flooding, the citadel, I'm going to go with heavy shells. Actually, I'm going to go with the super heavies. Extra gun range will be welcome. Standard torpedoes. I like the gun range, but actually it's fairly cheap too. I'm going to stick with the ballistite. Not going to get the hydraulics. You can afford the auto reloading. There's the expensive part. Long range rangefinder. We'll use electrics. 23 inches in size. We may be able to sneak away with 3. 3 ships. I may go Lyddite 1. So then we get into what do we want for protection? Because I don't think we're going to be able to make this very tanky. Might be able to. I mean, we've tweaked almost nothing. Do want bulkheads on this one. Other one was 36 knots. The Reichlau. Then we get a little bit of space here. That will help with the firing arcs. Well, let's just move the forward one up a little bit to balance off that rear turret. Okay, I like that. Plenty of guns, fairly fast. Heavy. We're down to 2 ships now, though. Protection-wise, I don't think there's any way we're going to be able to protect ourselves on this one. Try for 12 inches. That'll get us up to 7 kilometers, maybe. All or nothing. Let's see if we can get away with 10. And we've used all of our weight. The 3.3 inch deck is actually fairly good. Alright, how are we going to save this weight? They have better armor than I would have expected. We'll try standard bulkheads. Plus up the deck a little bit more. And it should only need 3.5. I'm going to plus up the deck. I want to do the extended, and I want to get the conning tower protected. Engine efficiency is insufficient now. Should be more cost than weight, although there is weight involved. I guess the funnel size we need. Now we're overweight again. Yeah, we can sacrifice the extended belt. Have the all or nothing scheme on the Citadel. Is there anywhere else I can sacrifice some? That'll help to an extent. We go down to 35 knots. We can add in a little bit armor back. Although really, I don't know. I think this is what we're going to go with. We'll try it for better or worse. Much less armor than the Reichlau. Immediately switch to HE. Keep our line ahead formation. Enemy is to the northeast. Still fairly decent range. And we've got 15 more barrels worth of gunnery. I assume the enemy battlecruiser is closing in. Oh, they added more barrels too. That's unfortunate. Slow down a tad. Yeah, they've gone broadside closing. Oh dear. We're firing, but oh, we got the first hit. They're using 13 inches. There's another penetration on the Chaoyang. How far are these guys? Sitting at 8 kilometers. Maneuver a little bit. We're within almost 10 kilometers now, or 11. The Chippewa has now been identified using high TNT. Pretty low armor. Kind of trading rounds at the moment. Yeah, it's kind of a slugfest, except they're using bigger guns. What's our AP looking like at this range? AP is actually looking like it'd be fairly effective. Well, we've done damage. I'm going to stick with the HE. Even the HE's penetrating a lot of the end pieces on this one. I'm not going to shift views. I don't want to get surprise torpedoed. Oh man. Oh yeah, that was brutal. Ammo detonation. Definitely have the advantage in accuracy now. I see more torpedoes incoming. Take a hard turn outboard. Battle cruiser is running fairly fast without being super fast. So this may become a stern chase. Our accuracy on these destroyers. Yeah, there's a torpedo launch. I'll let the 5-inch take care of it. We gotta take out the Chippewa, or we're not gonna do it. Shouldn't have shifted targets anyways. And yeah, they're opening up a range, so they're faster than we are at this point. Oh, we're gonna eat that torpedo. Yep, there's no avoiding that one. That'll be the end. Man, no luck today. So what to do about it? Let's get a little bit more armor. Maybe 12.5 and protect the belt extended now. I don't mind using the Lyddite, and it seems to be working out just fine to penetrate even with HE. How much weight does this add? Yeah, we'll stay with the semi-auto. We may even downsize the main guns. I don't think I want to. Southeast. I'm not sure I want to downsize the guns because that'll extend our it'll hurt our range. With our armor scheme, I definitely want to get in a little bit closer, but not too close. We're sitting at about 25 inches of penetration protection. So once we identify the battlecruiser and find out what kind of powder and guns they're using, that's when we'll get an idea of what range we want to stay at. Ideally, we'll be able to close to within 10 kilometers and stay outside of 8. Couple bounces there. Maintaining speed to close. Yeah, we'll drop down now. Combat speed. Oh. Looks like they may be 18-inch. We are doomed. Aggressive use of torpedoes, please. And let's get full speed again. because they put us against something we never should have fought. 18 inches, good grief. Arizona. Very little armor, actually. Very fast. Alright, let's slow down the action a little bit. Oh, man. See if we can get all guns involved. They have 9 barrels. Yeah, they're doing a lot of over penetration. Oh yeah, that's just too much. I can't fight 18-inch guns with these. Even staying at range, that would be ridiculous. Using electric, so there's a chance these torpedoes will hit. Oh. I don't think that was even a, Hey, we did get a torpedo hit. Oh, and another one. Hey, she's gonna flood down. We win. Well, at least we got a W once this playthrough. But with that, I'm out of time for today. Please let me know how these all worked out. It was kind of an interesting set of experiments. And I think the randomness really threw off a lot of the expected results. But regardless, I appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think. And I will see you next time. Take care.